Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll show you how to create this motion graphics animation from scratch. So as you can see here, we have a lots of things going on. We have a hands piercing through some kind of material and grabbing a stone. I'll show you how to animate this hand and this piercing effect, and then of course this stone 3D rotation. So just to let you know, today's video is inspired from sales promotion that I recently watched on YouTube. I really liked this shot and I wanted to try it out, so why not create a tutorial, right? Okay, so first of all let me show you how this graphics is prepared. So I'll jump to Illustrator and show you. So this is the arm. I have layered it in like this. So in one layer I have this arm, in another layer I have this hand, or you can say palm, and the rest of the layers are only these fingers. Okay, so I have cut these fingers in two layers, down and up. So I have done this for all those fingers, and I'll show you this stone graphics as well. This stone graphics, how I have prepared the layer. So here as you can see I have the crystal, and in second layer I have these lines, and I have another layer with only these reflections. So we are back in After Effects, and I'll just delete this project and start from new. So just double click here and load the graphics first as composition written layer size, import. Same for the stone graphics, this is important. Okay, so select this as composition written layer size and load up this texture. I'll just give you a link to download this. So now let's create a new composition, 1920 by 1080 and 5 seconds long. So let's create some solid here. First of all I'll just create a solid and name it as blue. From here type ramp and use this gradient ramp on this layer. Now place this black part here and this white part from here at the center. Now let's change the color to something purple. First I'll select a darker version of the purple, and then I'll place another purple with a little bit lighter. So we are done. Let's create another solid and rename it as peach. Same effect, gradient ramp. This time I'll clip the black at top and white below. Here I'll select a peach color, and for the white part I'll select this cyan. You can select your own color. Let's keep it something like this. Okay, and I'll just select this cyan and place it here, and the peach color at the center so that I can see more of this peach version. Okay, now let's create a separator first. So just let's go to this view and turn on this ruler and take this rectangle tool, set it as solid color and turn off the stroke, and let's create a separator first, something like this. Now select this peach layer, select this tool again and draw a mask from center to the right. Now let's go to this hand composition and let's do some rigging. So first of all, so this is the arm, this is the metal plate, and this is the palm or the hand, and these are the fingers. Okay, so let's start some rigging. And first of all, this thumb, this thumb up portion, I'll just link it to this down, and this down version I'll link to this palm, and the rest of the layers I'll do the same. So, and now I'll select this down, all these down layers, and I'll link them to this palm. So the thing is, all this upper version of these layers, like these and these and these, all them are linked to this lower version, and this lower version of these fingers are linked to this palm. Okay, and now I'll link this palm to this metal plate, and I'll link this metal plate to this arm. And now we have to place the anchor point from where the rotation is about to happen, so where we want the rotation to happen. So like for the thumbs up, let's isolate this layer by selecting this option. I want this finger to rotate from here, right? So I'll place this anchor point over here. So to do that, use this tool. Take this tool and select the layer. Now just place it here. Next, isolate this, and for this lower part of this finger, I want it to rotate from here, right? So I'll just select the layer and I'll bring this anchor point to here. So for the rest of these things, I'll do them very quick, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so now I need this palm to rotate from here, so I'll select this palm layer and I'll select the anchor point and I'll place it here. So that's it, we are done with the rigging. Now we have to animate this. Okay, now we will create a null object, and I'll just link this arm layer with this null, and I'll just use this null object to do the animation for the position of this arm. So let's rename it as position. Okay, so now let's see how to create this stone. So just double click and double click on this stone composition, and so we will be inside the stone composition. And first of all, just select this line layer and I will just set as overlay. And for the glares, it's alright. So now I'll just take this stone texture and I will put it here. The stone texture, I'll make it even bigger. So let's make it 365, and I'll just select this crystal layer, that is this main crystal layer, and I will duplicate this layer. I'll bring the crystal 2 in the bottom and I will rename it as matte. Now just select this stone texture, and if this option is not visible, just click toggle switches, then just select this and select as alpha matte. Now just bring this original crystal layer at the bottom and set it as overlay. Okay, now what you have to do is animate the position of this texture. So just select the layer and hit P on your keyboard, and first of all I will position it as here, like here, and I'll select the position icon. I will go about 4 seconds and I will place somewhere like this. So if we play now, it will look like as it is rotating. So this is it, like we are done with the stone, and I will go back to this comp 1 and I will place the stone now. Let's scale it down to something like 45, and I'll just place this stone layer somewhat there in the center. Now just go to this stone layer, select the layer and hit P. Now hold and press Alt on your keyboard and select this keyframe icon. So this will bring a expression box, and type here wiggle first bracket and close the bracket. Now inside the brackets type 3,5. Okay, so now it's time to animate the hand. So I'll just go back to this hand composition again, and I'll select the position layer, and I will make it a bit bigger, like on the scale. Okay, and I will place it somewhere like this. And let's do one thing, let's just copy all these and paste it on the composition. Okay, and I'll just delete this hand composition now. So what we did is we copied all these layers from the hand to here so that we can see this stone while we animate. Okay, so I'll just bring it below the stone. Now it's time to animate the position of the hand. So let's select the position layer, that the null we created, and hit P on your keyboard, and let's paste a keyframe first by clicking this icon, and let's place the hand somewhere like this, and let's go like 1 second, at 1 second, and place the hand somewhere near the border. Now let's go to 1 second 15 frame, and let's position the hand here. Now go to the end of the comb, that is the 3 second, and let's position it somewhere like this. Okay, and select all these keyframes except the keyframe at 1 second, and right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. Okay, so let's see the animation. Fine. Okay, so let's now animate this palm, and hit R on your keyboard to bring up this rotation icon, and I will place a rotation here, keyframe first. So this rotation I will keep like this. So let's go to like 1 second and bring it up. Now let's go to end of the comb, and let's place the position like this, as it's going to grab the stone. Okay, now select all this keyframe and right click, keyframe assistant, easy ease. So that's it. Okay, so I'll just place this keyframe something at the middle, like 10 frame or 15 frame. Okay, so we are done with the animation of this palm. Now let's animate the fingers. So I'll just select all this finger layer, and I'll hit R on my keyboard, and let's go to the first frame, or let's go to 5th frame to just give a little bit of offset, and I'll just place a rotation keyframe here. Okay, now let's go to 1 second, and I will do a little bit of motion to the finger. So it's just a minute motion, and once it's break this material or this barrier, it will go, and this keyframes, and let's select all this layer again, and just except this palm layer, all this finger layer, and let's position the fingers like this. So let's see the animation like. Okay, now if you want, you can add offset to this finger animation. I'll show you how to do that. Let's just close all these layers. Okay, so now you can select all this upper version of this finger, and you can place them like 1 or 2 frame after the main animation. Okay, now I will show you how to create this effect. So let's go to here. So first thing, I will just put all this hand layer in a comp. So I'll select them and I'll press Ctrl Shift and C to bring this pre-compose option, and I'll rename it as hand. I'll select this move all attribute option and make sure this is unchecked. Okay, and I'll press OK. So now everything is in one layer. Now let's create a solid and let's rename it as piercing, and I will keep it as white. Now let's bring the opacity down to 40%, and now we'll have to do a mask around this hand. So select this layer and take this tool, pen tool. Now just create some mask around this. Let's bring it here, and so this is it. We are done with the mask. Now we have to animate this mask and follow this finger till the end. So let me show you how to animate it. So select the layer and hit M to bring this mask option, and select this mask path and place a keyframe here. Now let's go about 5 frames before this, and we will adjust this mask again. So again I have to go 5 frames before that, and again adjust. So let's see how it's coming. So here, now you have to animate this path from the starting of this hand to the end of this comp, where the hand animation ends. So you have to go 5 by 5 frame, like 1 2 3 4 5, and again adjust, then place a keyframe, then go again 5 frame and again adjust the masking. So for this tutorial I will just keep this forward, and I will get back to you. Okay, so I'm done with the masking. So here, as you can see, it's perfectly following the finger now. Let's have a look at the motion. After it is done, let's add a fill to this layer, to this piercing layer, and let's select this tone, and now we will be creating this glow, this outside glow that you can see on the final version. To create the glow, first of all, just duplicate this piercing layer and rename it as matte and turn the layer off. Now just put the layer below the piercing and make it a normal layer. Let's duplicate the matte layer again and bring it down again and rename it as glow, and add this Gaussian blur to this glow layer and not the matte layer. Okay, so this glow layer, let's put something like 150 so that we can see, and in the fill let's add a bit of yellowish tone. This is for the glow. Okay, so I'll just put this orange color of tones and that I like, and I'll turn this layer on. So you can see this, but we don't need this glow in the entire hand, we only need it in the border. Let's adjust this color a bit. Okay, and now what you have to do is select this option and click alpha inverted matte, and that will put the glow only on the border. So let's see how it looks now. It's good. So let's move to the next step. Now I'll just add some lines to this effect, so it will give a stretchy look. To do that, just take this pen tool and make sure no layer is selected, and let's draw a line here. Let's click and let's drag till here, to the fingers like here, and let's go to this fill option, turn this off and only turn the stroke option on, and make sure it have this stretchy look. Okay, so now let's animate these stretchy lines. So to do that, just click here and go to this add option. Let's add a trim path. Enable this trim path option box, and let's go to, let's see where it ends first. So it end here, right? So we have to make it up to this, and here I will just press end keyframe, and let's go about here, and I'll just bring it back. Okay, so you have to adjust this trim path a little bit to follow this finger, the first finger, and once you're done, just place it below this hand layer, hand composition, so it will be hidden. Let's see again. So this is it. It is it. You can now duplicate this and create a multiple version. So another version will be like just Ctrl D and place it below. Now I will just use some noise on these layers. So let's type in noise here and select this noise, not the fractal one, this simple noise, and let's add it over this purple background first, and let's put noise amount of 15, and make sure to uncheck this and copy the same noise effect by Ctrl C, and let's go to the speech layer and paste it here too. Let's go to now this glow layer, and we will put it here as well, and let's copy it again. Let's copy it again and place it on piercing layer, but we will adjust it a bit lower, 30. So basically you have to copy this noise effect and paste it all in all this layer and adjust their values as you need. Here I need 15 maximum, and let's go to this layer now, the noise layer, and paste it here too, 15 value, and let's add a glow to this stone layer. So just type in glow and use this effect on the stone layer. Let's add a little bit of glow, and let's also add a hue effect and add it before the glow, and I'll change this hue to somewhat bluish color, let's adjust the glow value a little bit. Okay, and let's also add a little bit of Gaussian blur to this separator, and let's copy it again, just Ctrl and D, so duplicate. So just play with the settings and try to achieve the result. So in the final version, once the hand crosses this barrier, I had applied a different color. I will show you how to do that. Just go to this hand and duplicate it. Now just apply a hue to this duplicated layer that is on the top. Let's change the color a bit to 25 value, and what I'm going to do now is just take a mask and mask it out. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's turn off this below layer, so you can see this is the only portion that is left with this blue color. And if I turn on this previous layer, you see the whole hand is now visible. So we have to do what is just go to this top layer and copy this mask from the top layer and paste it in the second layer. But now we have to just press M to bring us this mask option and select this invert it. Okay, so and turn on this top layer as well. Now let's see how it looks. So that's it guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then please give a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I'm planning to bring more After Effects motion graphics tutorial every week, where I'll show you how to do character animation for explainer type videos, high-end logo animation, etc. And yeah, if you're having any trouble understanding, just let me know in the comment and I will try to improve. So that is it for this video. I'll catch you again next time.